Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to add contacts on every new form submission. So imagine this, you are using Google Form to generate leads and you have generated a new lead called as John. You have John's name, email address and all those details. So you want to add John as a contact in ActiveCampaign, maybe to send him emails about your products or just to send a thank you email. So here you have two choices. The first choice is you can copy all the details from Google Forms, sort it out and manually add him as a subscriber in ActiveCampaign. The problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation. So here, when a new response is created in Google Forms, it will automatically add a contact in ActiveCampaign. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Google Forms and ActiveCampaign. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen.
Okay, so we will start with an example. So this is my Google form and it has been titled Data Capture Form 101. And imagine this, a guy called as Ross is filling in this form. So the first name is Ross, the last name is Cooper. And this is the email, rosscooper123@gmail.com. Okay, and this is the phone number of Ross, 913132391817. Okay, so this is the phone number. And after checking the form, Ross is planning to submit the form and he has submitted the Google form. Excellent. So now what we have to do is we basically have to check whether a contact called as Ross Cooper has been added in ActiveCampaign. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to minimize this and I'm going to refresh this. Okay, so this is my ActiveCampaign account. So let's check whether I have got the data of Ross Cooper. Yes, we do have the data of Ross Cooper. Ross Cooper has been added as a contact in ActiveCampaign. So basically this is what we want to do. Anytime a form submission is made by a lead, that lead will be added as a contact in ActiveCampaign. Okay, so to begin the process, first of all, just type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com, press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Here, just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here, just scroll down and at the bottom you will find Connect. Just click on Access Now. Okay, so at the top right corner you will find a button, Create Workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I am going to give it as Google Forms to ActiveCampaign. Google Forms to ActiveCampaign, and then just click on create. Okay, so we are going to create a new workflow. Now after creating this workflow, I will attach the link of this workflow in the description box as well. So just in case you want to access this workflow, you can directly clone into your account by signing up for free. So in the Choose app, how about we make it as Google Forms? Google Forms. Okay, this one. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new response in spreadsheet? New response in a spreadsheet is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new response is made in Google Forms, then what action should be taken? But as you can see, we have the trigger event as new response in spreadsheet. Okay, so your obvious question is why we have kept the trigger event as new response in spreadsheet, not new response in Google Form. Okay, so I will explain you that. So Google Forms sends response to Google Sheets. So we will be collecting data from Google Sheets and send it to other apps like ActiveCampaign using Pabbly Connect. Okay, so basically the gist is Google Forms will be sending the data to Google Sheet, and using Pabbly Connect, we will be receiving this data and sending it to other apps like ActiveCampaign. Now to begin the actual integration process, let me just take you to my Google Forms. So this is my Google Forms and this is a new form that I have made for this particular workflow. And as you can see, the title I have given is data collection for drip emailing. And again, these are the fields we have: the first name, the last name, email, and the phone number. Now when coming to the last field, that is the phone number, we always have to make sure that this part is toggled to the right. I mean, it is mandatory, it should be kept as required. Okay, otherwise it won't send the trigger. So basically this particular field, the last field, is the trigger. So we have toggle this to the right. Excellent. Now what we are going to do here is I'm just going to scroll up, click on response. Okay, and I'm just going to click on this particular icon. So basically this particular icon is to create a new spreadsheet. So let me just click this. Okay, so it is showing it as it is showing two choices: create a new spreadsheet and select existing spreadsheet. So we are going with this one, creating a new spreadsheet. Now we can give a new name according to your discretion, but I'm going with the same that has been given to the form, data collection for drip emailing. So let me just click on create. Okay, so a new spreadsheet has been created. So as you can see, let me just take you back to the question. So these are the fields: the first name, the last name, email, as well as the phone number. And here we do have the same fields: the first name, the last name, email, and the phone number. So basically all the fields that is present here is being simply reflected here. Along with these fields, we do have the timestamp. So timestamp is basically the time at which the response will be filled. Okay, so what we are going to do here is we plan to send the data from Google Forms into Google Sheet, and from Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect. So let me just go to this button, click on add-ons. So in the add-ons, you will find an add-on called as Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now Pabbly Connect Webhook is an add-on that I have installed in my spreadsheet. Now since you are beginning fresh, Pabbly Connect Webhooks might not have been installed yet. So what you have to do is you just have to click on Get Add-ons. Okay, so when you click on Get Add-ons, Google Workspace Marketplace opens up. So here in the search, all you have to just type Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Click this. Okay, so as you can see, this particular this particular add-on is already installed in my system. Now all you have to do is just click on this button and Pabbly Connect Webhook add-on will be installed in your system too. Now there is something you should know: after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks, you must always refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat again, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. Okay, so I'm just crossing this. Okay, and there is something you should know. As you can see, E is our last data entry column. Okay, I repeat again, E is our last data entry column. Okay, so let me just go back to add-ons, click on Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and just click on initial setup. Okay, so it is showing the window of initial setup. So we have to fill in two fields: the webhook URL as well as the trigger column. Now the trigger column is always the last data entry column. Now as I mentioned before, the last data entry column is column E. So that is why I'm mentioning it as column E. Now coming to the webhook URL, all I'm going to do here is I'm just going back to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the webhook URL you want. I have copied this and I'm simply going to paste it here. Okay, so we have set up our webhook URL and also we have entered our trigger column. So let me just click on submit. So basically what we have done here is we have integrated this particular Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect. So basically what will happen is whenever there is a new entry or a new response generated in Google Forms, it will send this data to this particular Google Sheet, and from here it will get into Pabbly Connect. And from Pabbly Connect, it can go to many other third-party applications like ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, or any other softwares that you want to integrate with. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going back to my Google Sheet, okay, and I'm just going back to add-ons, click on Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and here I'm just going to click on Send on Event. Okay, so basically this will ensure that every time a new row is filled, it will start sending the data to Pabbly Connect. Now Pabbly Connect is integrated with this particular Google Sheet. So to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me go to Pabbly Connect and just click on this button, Capture Webhook Response. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to the form, okay, and I'm just going to click on Preview. Okay, so this is the form. So I'm just copying this link, opening this in a new tab, pasting this link, okay, and I'm going to make some entry. So the first name, let's say, is Sharon, okay, and the last name is Penberg, Sharon Penberg, and this is the email, Sharon Penberg 123@gmail.com. Okay, Sharon Penberg 123@gmail.com, and this is the phone number 9131323415 something random, and let me just click on submit. Okay, so a form submission has been made by a person called as Sharon Penberg. So let's have a look that we have the data in Google Sheet as well as Pabbly Connect. Okay, so this is the Google Sheet. Yes, we do have the data. So the first name is Sharon, this is the last name Penberg, this is the email. Let me just okay, expand this, and this is the phone number. Excellent. So since Pabbly Connect is integrated with this particular Google Sheet, let us see whether Pabbly Connect has captured this data or not. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the response. So the first name is Sharon, the last name is Penberg, this is the email, and this is the phone number. Excellent. So basically now we have to create a contact in ActiveCampaign. Now to create a contact in ActiveCampaign, let me just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So in the Choose app, how about we make it as ActiveCampaign? ActiveCampaign it is. Okay. Now in the action event, how about we make it as create a contact? Create a contact is an action event. There are many more action events like create update contact, delete a contact, create a tag, add a tag, and so on. All of them are a bunch of action events. Now just like the triggers, if you have trouble finding the action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to create a contact in ActiveCampaign. So let me just click on connect with ActiveCampaign. Okay, so now in the new credentials, we have to fill in the API key as well as the URL. So to get the API key as well as the URL, let's have a visit to ActiveCampaign. So this is my ActiveCampaign account. So first of all, I'm just going to click on settings, click this. Okay, so in the settings, you will find the option called as developer. Click this. Okay, so this is the URL and this is the key. So basically all I am going to do here is I'm just going to copy this. Okay, and I'm going to paste it here. So this is the API key you want. So we have entered the API key. Now coming to the URL, you can actually get your URL from here also. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy this up to here. Okay, copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So this is your URL. Now there are some changes we have to make. Just remove this HTTP part. Okay, and also remove this slash. So our URL is ready. So let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to create a contact in ActiveCampaign from the data that we have received from Google Forms via Pabbly Connect. So let's start mapping. So before we start mapping, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. Okay, so on the basis of the trust, let's start mapping. So let me just click on this button. This is the mapping button. When we click this, we will find the data that we have received from Google Forms and Google Sheets. So this is the part where we get the data. So let me just click this trigger and this is the email. So we have mapped it. Now coming to the first name, we are just going to click on this button and we are just going to click here and this is the first name, that is Sharon. We have mapped it. Easy. Now coming to the last name, we are going to do the same process. This is the last name, Penberg. Now coming to the phone number, click on trigger and this is the phone number. See how easy it was? Excellent. So basically we have mapped all our details. So when I click on save and send test request, it will create a contact in ActiveCampaign. So let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing the data has been sent to ActiveCampaign. So let's have a look. So this is ActiveCampaign account. So let me just go back to our contacts. Okay, so let us have a look whether we have a data of Sharon Penberg. Yes, we do have the contact Sharon Penberg. So the presence of this data shows that our integration is working absolutely fine. We have successfully connected Google Forms and ActiveCampaign with help of Pabbly Connect. So before we end this video, let me explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So I'm taking you back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to minimize this action window and I'm going to minimize the trigger window. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Google Forms using Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to ActiveCampaign. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Forms and ActiveCampaign. Excellent.
Not just these two apps, you can integrate up plenty of applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, contact us at admin@pabbly.com. Our dedicated team members will help you to automate your workflows. Or better, just visit our website www.pabbly.com. It's awesome. Thanks.